gets it.
Unbelievable catch! The throw to the plate will be late. The Mariners are going to play for the American League Championship. I don't believe it.
Without a doubt, the man who built Safeco Field.
The pitch on the way, swung, fly ball deep in the left field, way back. Holy cow, the kid has done it.
In case you don't know, I'm really superstitious. I have played in the Hall of Fame game 3 times, and I've never set foot in the building. I've never even seen the front of it. I've gone directly from the field to the hotel and the hotel to the bus and never looked at the front of it because the one time that I wanted to go in there, I wanted to be a member of it. Hello?
May I speak with Ken Griffey, please?
This is him.
Hey, Junior, this is Jack O'Connell with the Baseball Writers Association in New York.
Hello, how are you?
I'm calling to tell you that the writers have elected you to the National Baseball Hall of Fame.
Thank you. Thank you.
Listen, Junior, not only that, you made history in this election. We had 440 voters, and you were on 437 ballots. That's 90%.
Happy and shocked. Happy for, that I get to be in such an elite club. Want to thank the writers for, putting my name down and punching it out at least. But shocked because, anytime somebody else does something for you, it means a lot.
I mean, that's amazing. He got more than 99% of the vote. I mean, it's just, to me, just the day of him getting in the Hall of Fame was gratifying for me because, I'm looking at this and I'm saying, I just hope he gets in. I hope he gets in. I mean, he did enough to get in the Hall of Fame, but we had no idea that he was going to go in there more than 99%. So I'm just a proud father. Just glad everything went the right way, and he did the things he's supposed to do the right way. And that's most important to me.
My dad has always told me, go in the cage. People don't need to see you do your work. As long as you do it, that's the important thing. So I built a batting cage in my house, and I'd hit, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning because that's when I wanted to hit. And I tried to do things where nobody was watching because people have a tendency to show off when people are watching. So I wanted to be that guy that I knew that I got it done and nobody else was watching.
Him mentioning me as helping him as much as he thinks I did, but most of it was on him because he had to do it.
It was a lot of fun playing with my dad. I learned a lot. I think I learned more in the 6 weeks about hitting than I did in 17 years of watching because it was somebody who looked like me and someone I could talk to, even though they put me under what was his alias? George Smith, and I was George Jetson for senior, junior.
Ken Griffey Jr. dives, and he makes an outstanding catch. Junior on the run, reaches down and makes another amazing catch. That's 3 for the kid here tonight.
I did most of my damage as a Mariner, and want to be the first in a lot of things and be able to wear a Mariners hat and be the first Mariner to ever go into the Hall of Fame as a Mariner. I am very honored, humbled by this tremendous, wow. It's, something that you can only dream of. It's not that, I knew I could play baseball, but I didn't know, at this level until later in my career what I was able to do. At age 19, it's pretty much trying to survive day in and day out of baseball. And as I got older, and I think I started realizing, around 35, my place in baseball. As I got older, I finally understood, what I've accomplished and where I had a potential to be, and now it's paid off. So I'm going to go into the weekend with the Seattle Mariners hat on.
The pitcher on the way to Junior, and it's swung on and belted deep to left field. Headed to the track, the wall, fly away. Welcome to Seattle, Ken Griffey Jr. My, oh my.
You know, I played 13 years in Seattle, which is longer than any of the other two teams I played for, Chicago and Cincinnati. I think I did most of my damage as a Mariner, and I think it's, want to be the first in a lot of things and be able to wear a Mariners hat and be the first Mariner to ever go into the Hall of Fame as a Mariner. I think that's also one part of the decisions that I needed to make, and I felt that being 19, they gave me an opportunity to play the game that I love, and I spent most of my time in Seattle. You know, having a dad who's gone through it, you understand things earlier, at an earlier age. He would always say, at 20 to 30, you're going to be fine. And then when you get 35 to 40, you're still going to be fine, but you're not going to be able to do it every day. You're just going to have to pick and choose the days that you can do it. So it made sense. But Father Time's undefeated.
What a catch! Oh my, what a catch by Griffey! Holy cow!
Griffey going back to the 1-8 track, leaps high in the air, and he's got it! An incredible catch by the kid! He takes away a home run from Jesse Barfield, climbing the wall in left center field.
Where does that catch rank for you as all the catches you made, and where does that moment rank for you as far as all the great moments you had in your career?
It's up there. I can say the catch is up there. Having a dad who played, his catch in Yankee Stadium, I think it was Marty Barrett who hit it. We argue all the time that whose catch was better. I say my catch was better, or he'll say his catch was better, but I'll say my dismount and stuck the landing was a little better than his. All the practice that you do as a little kid, running up my mom's wall, throwing the ball up against the wall, trying to make a catch like that. All the practice from A-ball, from when Donnie Reynolds was my coach, in San Bernardino. Those are things that you practice, and it was the very first time that I ever robbed somebody on any level, because in Cincinnati, we didn't have fences. You had to hit it, and, if you stopped running, it was a home run. That was it. I didn't play with, fences till I got to, summer ball, and then, eventually pro ball. So it was more or less, I was laughing because it was the very first time that I've ever robbed somebody in all the years from being 3, climbing up my mom's wall till now. It was the first time that I ever robbed somebody, and it was just like, oh, you can let go and laugh. My dad has always told me, when you hit, you can't really, if you hit a home run, you can't really embarrass that person. He knows he made a mistake. Just get around the bases, let the next guy hit, because baseball has a way of policing itself. But on defense, you can show a little more of your character and spirit. And, being able to dive, rob somebody of a home run, it's not really showing somebody up if you come in laughing, not really laughing, but, showing a little bit of enthusiasm about what you did compared to hitting a home run and running around and doing it that way. But I would say it's in the top 10.
Swung on and hit deep to right field, and this will fly away. And he has 2 home runs for Dad on Father's Day. Would you believe it? Junior, you are unbelievable.
Thank you. I wasn't expecting this. This is unbelievable. I was not expecting this. But I want to thank you guys. This is unbelievable. I am shocked. humbled, and oh my God. And I think this is the second time I walked the red carpet. The first time was out there. That's right. Sounds good.
Kenny, you're going to be the first Mariner player to go in with a Mariner cap. But Mr. Niehaus went in 2008. My oh my, what would David say to you right now if you were here?
Off the record or on the record? Well, we can't repeat that, but I could tell you, he called my first home run, he called my last home run. I think, he'd probably just say, it's about time. I'm glad that you're here. You deserve it. And he'd pat me on my head like he always did and call me son and give me a hug.
To be the first Mariner player to go in wearing the Mariners uniform, to be the first Mariner player to have a jersey number retired, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot. Anytime, somebody does something for you, you can't take it for granted. I mean, the writers voting, the Mariners, not telling me until the last moment that they were going to do this. It means a lot. I mean, we play the game to go out and win games and have fun and be competitive and not embarrass ourselves. And for them to say, hey, we don't want anybody to wear this number, it's overwhelming and scary. But it's one of those things that, makes you feel good as a person and as a player.
Fly ball sliced to fairly deep left center field. Devo White back to the track, the wall, makes the leap, and the old man has done it. One more time, fly away.
Run trot, yes, yeah.
3-0 pitches hit deep into left center field, and Bishop will look up, and father and son have hit back-to-back home runs. The first time in history that a father-son combo have hit back-to-back home runs.
Playing with Dad was when he finally came over and we were sitting there. He goes, "This is your team." He goes, "I'm just here, and this is. I get a first row ticket to watch you play, and I've never seen that." And so then we started having little bets about who got the first hit, but I got a chance to tie because he batted second, I batted third. And then he hits his home run, and he shakes my hand. He goes, "That's how you do it, son." And I got the green light on 3-0. And I look back for a second like, oh, they just gave me the green light. I could swing, because usually young hitters don't get the green light. I hit it out, and he made me shake everybody's hand before he shook mine. And I was sitting there next to him, and he elbowed me. He goes, "You know what we just did?" And I go, "Yeah, we went back to back." And I'm like focusing on the game, but him being 38 years old, he's like, "Yeah, nobody else has done that." I was like, "Yeah, okay." And I'm paying attention to the game because, at 20, you're like, okay, I got to stay focused. He's over there thinking about history, and I'm over there thinking about the game. And as I got older, I started to understand my place in history and things like that because of the names I was passing on the home run chart. So it became... so I started to understand really what it was like.
Edgar Martinez swung on the line down the left field line for a base hit. Here is Junior to third base. They're going to wave him in. The throw to the plate will be late. The Mariners are going to play for the...
Ken, you're widely credited as saving baseball here in Seattle and likely go down as really the best athlete in the history of Seattle. What does it mean to have this be the culmination of that legacy?
There was 24 other guys that helped me. So it's not one guy that saved baseball in Seattle. It was, Edgar, Jay, Dan, everybody. It's not just one person. I mean, we all had our part. And, that's just how I think of it. I mean, nobody is bigger than this game. And, it took a lot. but we all pitched in certain ways and helped, keep baseball here.
Would you believe it? Junior, you are unbelievable.
Ken, which Mariners hat? You've got a choice.
I just get are you going to wear it forward or backwards? I'm having a debate on that. I have no idea on that. I'm going to have to leave that to a fan vote.
Raising the kid in baseball raised him. You got to understand, me playing in Cincinnati, all Sparky said to us at one time, he said, if you guys win, the kids can come in the clubhouse. And that's exactly what they did when we won, and we won a lot, in Cincinnati, and they were always in the clubhouse. When Junior came into the clubhouse all the time, he would always come and get my hat. And my hat was bigger than his head, so it would always fall down over him, and he could never see when he was catching a lot of times to throw it. So he just decided to just turn around and put it on backwards. You're talking about a kid 7, 8, 9 years old, and that's the way, his thinking was, if I can't see to catch the ball, I got to do something to make this hat fit so I can see. So he just turned it around backwards, and he got used to doing that. He would come in all the time and do that, and he would turn around backwards just to play catch. And that's what was the funny part. A lot of people didn't understand that. They always said that he was doing this or he was disrespecting. He never disrespected. This is a game he knew and he loved and he enjoyed playing. I mean, most of you guys seen how much he enjoyed playing the game because he always smiled. He had a good time. He laughed all the time out there, and he got a lot of that from me, because I did the same thing. I went through a lot of changes, but I enjoyed playing the game too.
Junior in the breaking ball, belted deep to right field. Field looks up and it will fly away.
That ball is lined to Junior, coming up to backhand the ball right off the carpet. In right center field, and will make the leap and make the catch against the wall.
Played 13 seasons here. Did most of my damage here. I was drafted here. And it's the right thing to do. It's unbelievable, humbling. It's awesome, to say the least. I mean, I've had a lot of fun. I've got a lot of calls from Hall of Famers. Most of the guys that I've known and some that I didn't know personally. But it's been wild. I mean, it's something that you don't really dream about, but as you get closer and people start talking about it, you start to wonder, but it's still, until it happens, it's still in the back of your mind. Are they going to vote or are they not going to vote? And to tell you the truth, I didn't really think about it until the ballots went out. Try to be as normal as possible around my house. And then I didn't really think about it till the day that they came in, and everybody started talking about it. So it's been, like I said, the last couple days have been pretty good.
Junior has hit number 100. My, oh my. Congratulations, kid. My, oh my.
Ken, which Mariners hat? You've got a choice.
I just get are you going to wear it forward or backwards? I'm having a debate on that. I have no idea on that. I'm going to have to leave that to a fan vote.
Going back, he's near the track, he leaps. What a catch! Oh my, what a catch by Griffey! Holy cow, leaping into the fence in center field.
He never wavered from him being straightforward about stuff, making sure he understood that people know him as a person. But the biggest thing is, you look at it, being a family man was so big to him. I mean, I'm just proud of him being my son, that's all.